Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Acoustic Analysis. I'm Warren, and today we're going to be running through the 1977 Bee Gees classic from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, How Deep Is Your Love. We're going to look at how to play the song, and hold on tight because there's a couple of chords in this one. A couple. And we're going to talk about who wrote it, who produced it, a few of the people who played on it, look at why it was important to the Bee Gees back in 1977 and for their career then and now, and then we're going to ask the immortal question, what does it all mean, Basil? Oh, then I'm going to play the whole thing all the way through front to back, so don't go away.
It's Acoustic Analysis.
Okay, first up, not for the faint of heart, as I say. This one has a couple of chords in it, a few. It's absolutely gorgeous. The way that these chords flow together is mesmerizing. I could just play this song all day in a loop. It's just gorgeous. So, it's in the key of D. Key of D. Then we go, this is the intro. So it starts on a D, goes to D major 7, and then G major 7, and then A suspended, and then it repeats. That's your intro. D major 7, G major 7, A suspended, and then we go into the verse. D, and then it's D, C sharp, it's a D over C sharp, and then a B7, E minor, A suspended. That run up is just doing on the bass notes while I'm on the E minor. It's just F sharp, G, and then to the A, in case you want to know. And then we're D, C sharp minor, D over C sharp minor to B again, but this time it's B minor 7, E minor, run back up to A. And then G major 7. I know, I'm getting tired already. F sharp 7. F sharp minor 7. G major 7. C9. Back to F sharp minor 7. And then A suspended. And then we go into the chorus finally. D major 7, G major 7, G minor 7, D, C, B7, E minor, G minor 7, and that's the end of the chorus, back into the verse, repeat. I believe in you, you know you don't. Now that's a couple of chords, as I say, but absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I mean, just beautifully written song. So how did they write it? Who wrote it? Who produced it? There's a story behind this. We always think of Barry Gibb as being quite a genius, and okay, yes he is. But he's not that an accomplished guitar player or pianist. So how does he come up with these complex arrangements and beautiful, beautiful chords? Well, let's let the genie out of the bottle and tell you how it's done, folks. So he worked with a guy extensively by the name of Blue Weaver. He was a piano player, keyboardist. He played on this track in the studio version. And they were in France at a chateau doing some demos for their next album, which, as it turned out, was not really an album at all, but rather Robert Stigwood, their manager, told them to contribute all of these songs to this up-and-coming movie with John Travolta called Saturday Night Fever. Good move, dude. So they ended up putting 5 of their latest compositions towards Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, and it worked out okay. So, yeah, Barry Gibb walks into the room, and Blue Weaver is on the piano just tinkling away. And he sits down and he says to him, play the most beautiful chord that you can think of. So he conjures up something, and who knows what it was. Barry goes, no, play another one. So he plays another chord. No. So that happens a few times, and he finally hits on something. I'm going to guess it was the D to the G major 7, which became the basis of the song. I'm going to guess that's what it was. And Barry said, yes, I like that. Keep that. Okay, now let's keep going with it. And that's how the song developed. Strange, though, writing credits for this song. Who gets writing credit? The Bee Gees, which is usually Barry Gibb. And Barry Gibb wrote all the lyrics, apparently, but there is no songwriting credit to Blue Weaver. Come on, guys, be a little generous. Like you didn't have enough bloody hits back in the day. Give some credit where credit is due, at least some co-writing credit. Dudes, I hope Blue Weaver was well financially compensated for his efforts, put it that way. So, it was originally demoed in France at a chateau, and then they took that demo back to their home studio, their home base, where they recorded most of their hits from 75 onward. And that was a place in Miami. Miami was their home base. It was called Criteria Studios. Criteria Studios is now named the Hit Factory Criteria Studios. Same place. Criteria Studios. I think there's probably more top 100 hits, probably even top 10 hits and albums recorded, mostly in the 70s, from Criteria Sound Studios than any other studio in the world. And I have a friend, Mark, who visited there. And he said you could just feel the history in the place. Well, no kidding, you could feel the history. Hotel California, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. I mean, there's 2 of 250 of the biggest albums of all time. If you think, it's easier to think of it this way. Name a big, massive artist from the 70s who did not record at Criteria. Yeah, Hit Factory was an aptly chosen name for when it was renamed later. So that's where this was recorded. Most of their songs were, and it was this magic combination of their L.B. Gallatin was the producer of this and most of the Bee Gees material. And when I say Bee Gees material, not just the stuff that was released by the brothers Gibb, but also Barry and the brothers lent their voices and writing talents and singing and producing to, they were a hit factory. Barbra Streisand, Diana Ross, their little brother Andy. This was the combo. It was that studio, this producer, and Barry Gibb. And they just did hit after hit after hit. It was ridiculous the number of hits that they came out with. And out of all of them, let's talk about why this one was important. Why was this song important to the Bee Gees? I'll tell you one reason. Barry says this is his favorite Bee Gees song ever written. And I could see why. I mean, it's schmaltzy because of the electric piano on the track that they use. It gets a little schmaltz going on, and we think, yeah, whatever, syrupy, sweet pop. But really listen to those 10,000 beautiful chords that I just showed you. It's a very deep-end song. As a composition, it is gorgeous. So, a little respect. And as time goes on, what is schmaltz and in style and out of style through the disco era, and everyone fighting rock versus heavy metal versus new wave versus punk, all of that stuff was all out at the same time. Don't forget, this reigned supreme. This was #1 for 17 weeks on the U.S. Billboard charts. And yes, in case you were wondering, that is and remains a record, all-time record. It was #1 for longer than what we think of Bee Gees. We think, right, Staying Alive. This was the first actual single released off of the Saturday Night Live soundtrack, and it was a bigger song. It outsold it. And, yeah, is this the biggest Bee Gees song of all time? Yeah, it is. So I see why it was his favorite. It's because it bought his mansion in Miami. So yeah, it was fairly important to the brothers Gibb, this track. The brothers sang on it, all of them, but mostly Barry's voice can be heard throughout the song, although I think it's Robin who sings the actual melody line of the chorus. And apparently, Maurice plays bass on this, which is kind of interesting. I always think of the Bee Gees albums as being mostly studio musicians, so I was really interested to find out that Maurice played bass on this track. He's the only one that played on it. Everyone else was studio musicians who played on most of their stuff. Steve Gadd usually was on drums, but he's not credited on this one. But anyway, I digress. So let's talk about the most important question. What does it all mean, Basil? What does this song mean? Well, on the surface, it's a schmaltzy love song, but there's more to it than that. And who says that somebody who's a gazillionaire, one of the most coveted, famous, decorated, if you will, songwriters of all time, Barry Gibb, who said he doesn't have a sense of humor? Check this out. When he was asked about the title of the song, I want to get this quote right. He said, it's the perfect title because of all the connotations involved in that sentence. How deep is your love? Yeah, that's what he means. It's a beautiful love song, gorgeous chorus, and I don't want to take away from that because it speaks for itself. But yeah, from the horse's mouth, as it were, the guy who wrote it, it has deeper connotations. You could take it as you will. I'm not going to go any farther than that. You let your imagination do the rest. Okay, let's play this song all the way through, but let's geek out for a minute. I'm switching things up a little bit because this song sounds so nice on a classical nylon string guitar. I'm playing this from the late 90s. This was made in Quebec, Canada. Lacido Godin, you might know. They had a line from the town where one of their factories is. It's called La Prairie in Quebec. That's what this is called. It's a La Prairie classical cedar top nylon string. Your basic. Yeah, see that? Gorgeous guitar. I've had this maybe for years. Got it off my buddy Rob. Anyway, let's play this all the way through if I can. Bear with me. There are a few chords. When you rise in the morning sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I want to feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, leave me warm with your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to know. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the doorway to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think that I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to know. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. And you come to me on a summer breeze, leave me warm with your love, then you softly leave. Then it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to know. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong well, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Oh, isn't that nice? The Bee Gees' 1977, released in September. How Deep Is Your Love, off of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. I hope you dug that. If you do, give me a thumbs up with a like. If you want to subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And, of course, make a comment. Tell me what you think. Good, bad, terrible, schmaltzy. You decide and let me know. Well, that's it for this episode of Acoustic Analysis. We'll see you next time.
Acoustic analysis.